All right, I see. On Facebook, on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, on the media. I mean, on TV, on the news, at work, everywhere you go, they're talking about the shooting and the killing of black people, and whatever you want to call it. I got some questions I gotta ask certain people because I guess when you type it on Facebook, words can get misconstrued and people, can run away with what you're really trying to say or what you really are saying. Okay, my first question, you know, is for the people that claim that all lives matter, which they do. All lives do matter. My question is, if all lives really matter to you, how come when the black race or any kind of race, but particularly this one, the black race, are saying that they're being mistreated, the only thing that certain people come up with is, well, look at black on black crime, as if that's an excuse to kill innocent black people or kill them unjustly. Why do when black people talk about black on black, when cops killing black folks unjustly, why do certain white people or even Mexicans or Asians always say, well, white people get killed more by cops, you don't hear us crying about it? Why aren't you complaining about it? Why aren't you saying something about it? You should complain about it. You should be protesting. And there some people actually say, why should we protest? Because you're getting killed and you don't deserve to be getting killed by cops. Yeah, black on black crime is one thing. Black on black crime, yeah, it's very bad. I don't like it. I don't preach for it. I don't be like, yeah, black on black crime, that's our business. You should stay out of it. I don't ever say anything like that. But the crazy thing is, when a black person kills another black person, they go to jail. They go to jail. If a black person kills a white person, they go to jail. Now, I'm not saying that white people don't go to jail. I'm not saying that white people don't get harassed by cops. But before it gets to that point to where a white person gets killed by a black or a white cop, it's almost like he had no other choice but to kill him. In instance of black people like me as myself, I'm a black person, so I'm gonna speak up for me and whoever else needs my help or needs a voice. But for me, my personal experience, I'd have been shot at by cops. I'd have been pulled over for walking from work. I'm 18 years old. I'm walking from work and I get pulled over, harassed, slammed to the fucking ground. The fucking cops looking, all searching my person, looking at my ass crack, looking for crack and weed and shit like that. I didn't do nothing to deserve that. I'm just walking home from work. That's 18. Flashback, I'm 27 years old. I get pulled over by cops, guns drawn on me. Guns drawn on me. You know what I'm saying? For what? You told me, nigga, it's the same shit that happened to the boy in Minnesota. They said I had a broken tail light. No, they said, no, I'm lying. Scratch that. They said my tail lights was out. So I was like, okay, well, can I go see? He said, no, no, you stay in the car. Okay, cool. So he ran my name, did all that bullshit, blah, blah, blah. So after I was free to go, I pulled off. I parked. I got out to check my tail lights. Nothing was wrong with my tail lights. I get racially profiled a lot. Some people think racism, just because we're not hanging from trees and there's no whites only bar, just because they don't say it doesn't mean it's not true. Why? And another thing I want to know, why do certain people always have something to say about what a black person is going through? If I say I'm going through this, okay, you going through it too, but don't complain to me. Don't say I shouldn't be complaining about it. I shouldn't be protesting because you go through it too. What kind of bullshit is that? What kind of bullshit is that? That's straight bullshit. And then you wonder why people start to assume that you're racist because you over the you commented on shit you probably don't know nothing about. Now I'm not saying white people don't struggle or Asians or Mexicans or whatever. I'm pretty sure we all struggle. But if if you're not a black man in America, then it's hard for me to understand where you're coming from. Call it ignorance if you want. It's hard to understand your point of view when you're telling me I'm making shit up that I go through. I'm lying about it. And then there's some then the other people that talk about the media lies to try to divide us. Look here, man. This shit been happening before the media, before a camera. You just never gave a fuck about it. Point blank period. You just never. So most people never care. Some of y'all got black friends and you know they go through it. Again, I gotta stroke y'all little motherfucking egos. I'm not talking about every white person. I'm not talking about every black person. I'm saying a lot of people that I know, people that I don't even know, that we have conversations in the break room or at lunch, in public, on the anywhere, in Walmart, in the mall, when they overhear conversations, they say the same thing. You can't tell me one race is making this shit up. To be honest with you, I am better off than I was in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? I moved to Texas and I'm doing pretty good. But it's not fucking one day that when I see a cop, I don't say, oh, that's my hero, he's here to protect me. I really be like, I hope he doesn't shoot me. I hope I don't do nothing to make him want to stop and pull me over. And if he do pull me over, I hope I don't slip up. I hope my hand don't fall. I hope my phone don't fall off my lap. I hope I don't reach the wrong way. I gotta be careful with everything I fucking do when I'm around a cop. And I don't give a fuck what you say, most white folks don't have that fucking problem. Most white folks I seen videos, person curse out the cops. Well, bitch, just give me my fucking ticket then. You motherfucker had no. You hear that all the fucking time. You hear it all the time. But y'all gonna act like that doesn't happen. And again, and I'll be the first one to say, I don't give a fuck about Alton, and he's a pedophile. He deserved to die a long time ago. But just because he was a pedophile doesn't give the cop a right to shoot him. The cop didn't know he was a pedophile. The cop didn't know nothing about his background. They knew he had a gun, granted. If he would have complied, I do believe he still would be alive. But that doesn't mean he should be dead because he didn't comply. Some of y'all getting that shit confused. Oh, he didn't comply, so he deserved to die. And again, it's really just amazing how some people just don't want to see it. Some of us, like, I'm friends with a couple of people in the group, Trap, Sarah, Ashley. Yeah, a lot of other people I'm cool with that's Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? And then we bump heads on this subject because some of them go through some of the same struggles black people go through, and a lot of them feel like, well, you can make your own way. Stop blaming. Stop being a victim. Look here, man. If you're not black, don't tell me about being a victim. Don't tell me about complaining. Don't tell me about crying about anything, because you do not understand what it's like to be a black man in America. You do not understand that shit. You really have not experienced being racially profiled in the way blacks have. So when I post what I post, I've been posting this shit before this shooting happened. I post it because I go through it. I post it because other blacks go through it. You know what I'm saying? So please don't tell me. Please just stop making excuses for cops killing black folks. Because you don't hear a black person complain or making excuses why white people die. You don't hear us say, well, what about white on white crime? You don't hear us saying that shit when white people, Asians, or anybody gets fucking killed. But yet, when black people, a whole fucking race that y'all said all lives matter. As far as I know, when I look at all lives matter, I look at it as like, I'm black, I'm your brother. I look at Asian, that's my sister. Like, I look at it like we're supposed to be a family. So if your brother, the black person, is saying, hey man, they're killing us, man, y'all supposed to be with us, but yet y'all fighting against what the fuck we saying. So all lives don't matter. And this is why a lot of black folks be fighting this shit for a long fucking time. Because we telling y'all, I'm not begging nobody for help, but we telling y'all, look, these motherfuckers killing us. Well, they killing us too. You don't hear us crying about it. What the fuck? That's not our fault that y'all don't stand up. I really do believe that some people are so stuck in their privilege, yes, white privilege, that they don't understand what it's like to be a black person. Yeah, they got some white folks that grew up in the hood. And I guarantee you, dog, a white person that has it, I ain't gonna say easier, because I don't know. I really can't say what a white person actually has. All of white people. But from my experiences, that I can only speak from my experience and from what I see, from where I grew up in. I grew up in the fucking ghetto projects. I grew up in suburbs. I grew up in the white neighborhood. I grew up everywhere, man. I lived in Alaska. I lived in Germany. I lived in Maryland. I lived in Louisiana. I lived in Arizona. I lived in California. I lived everywhere. Racism is everywhere. It's not just like a white man in Idaho. It's just not like a one or two people. It's more than that. And then it's more than just. It's not white people in general. It's the corrupt justice system they got. You want to run the numbers about how many black people are in jail, but you don't want to run the numbers of how many Caucasians or Asians or whoever gets off with get 6 months in jail. The kid raped a fucking girl. He only got 3 fucking months. Every black person I know, or every black person I've ever heard of raping any girl, 5 years or more. But you want to say, oh, because he's rich. So that's why he got off. He's white, that's why he got off. So, it is what it is, man. Y'all don't have to believe a black person when they say that. Y'all could argue us to death, but we know, we experience it. So how dare any one of you, anybody, fuck a white person, fuck all that shit, white person, black, Asian, whatever. Don't you ever tell me about what my people experience. They said we making shit up, or we crying or complaining, or we playing the victim, dog. Y'all, in America, nobody's ever been oppressed like the black person, like the black people. Say what you want. And before I go with this shit, black on black crime is a major problem, and I will admit this. It starts with us. If we make better choices and make better decisions, things will probably be better if we stick together. But we've been so mentally, I ain't gonna say we, a lot of my people been so mentally fucked with this bullshit ass system and trying to be like a white person that's never, what most of them never gonna accept us. We lost ourselves. We need to get back to who the fuck we are. And when we do that, I really hope that the shit that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma don't happen. I really hope that the government don't bomb like they bombed us like they did Oklahoma. When we had built Black Wall Street, we started building ourselves up. They tore us the fuck down. But y'all don't want to talk about that because it happened years ago. You want to talk about right now. The guy in Minnesota got slain. He didn't do fucking nothing wrong. The officer claimed that he was part of a robbery just because his nose was wide. No, I don't know a black person. Almost every black person got wide nose. You might always say I put him over because he looked like everybody, looked like a black person. Then you shot the motherfucker when you told him to reach for his gun. Why don't officers, if a motherfucker tell you he has a gun, a concealed weapon, why don't the officers just say, where is that? Let me get it from you. Why would you? Why even ask a person to pull it out? Why? All I'm saying is, man, the main point of this video is, if you really not with us, though, if you not supporting black people and what they're going through, don't tell us, don't say shit. I don't want to hear, listen, I care about white folks just like I care about anybody else. But if you all are here to say, well, what about what? No, okay, what about y'all? What y'all want? You the most, truth be told, you the most powerful race in America. And if you having problems, if you struggling with cops, then you need to do something about it. I don't understand. I just don't fucking get it. I'm really lost for words on here right now, man. Like I just said, if you're not with us, you against us. If all you got is to say is make excuses for a black man dying, or fuck a black man, anybody dying, but murder just because a cop did it, you think just because he's a cop? There've been crooked cops since the beginning of their history, whatever you want to say it. The crooked cops all the time. You got fucking crooked cops being gangs, mobsters, selling drugs, especially in New Orleans. Cops are gangsters. In LA, cops are gangsters. Cops lie. Cops plant evidence on white and black. So why is it so hard to believe when a black person says it? I don't get it, man. Like I said, if you Caucasian, white, black, and if you're not for the cause of the all lives matter, black lives matter, whatever you want to say, because I guess if it's not about everybody, black people should shut the fuck up. But we're not including everybody in our struggle to shut the fuck up. All lives matter. So we should say all lives matter when black people are getting slain. Once you talk to your fellow black person, dog, not just one, not just the one that might share your views. Talk to people that doesn't share your views. Talk to strangers, and they'll tell you. More than not, the black person will tell you, yeah, we do be getting racially profiled more than we should. And I see somebody talking about it's the music we listen to, so I get killed because of the music I listen to. What kind of racism? I get killed because, he listens to gangster music, so he must be a gangster. If you listen to classical music, do you play the cello? Do I think you play the violin? No. You might like that music, don't mean you gonna live that life. Fuck, I might listen to country music. I don't have a fucking cowboy boots on and a hat. So I should get arrested for having horses. I got horses in my fucking house because I listen to country music. Y'all niggas need to stop niggas, black, white. Y'all need to stop fucking stereotyping black folks, dog. Or everybody, because if you only talk about one race, you're racist all of a sudden in this fucking in this world. It's ridiculous. But look here, man. Enough of the rant, dog. I really wish that I wish that it's just sad, dog, and it really hurts my soul to see that our whole entire race in America is basically saying stop killing us, and it actually literally had people saying, but what about? But what about the black people are saying stop killing us, and all the things certain white people is to say is, but what about black on black crime? You can't complain about nothing if black people killing each other. I guess you right. Don't complain about a person that's supposed to protect and serve us killing us and getting off on top of that. Now if these cops was actually doing time for their crimes, it'd be different. It'd be a lot less complaining about it. You wouldn't hear so many people complaining about cops killing black folks if they was actually doing time. We didn't see too many cops get away with murder. Way too many get away with murder. And they got people justifying it. But just because they think, well, okay. I don't get it, man. And it might be true that more white people do get killed by cops. That might be true. Oh, I say it is true. There also is more white people in this world. So it's basically you could say it's more targets. Just like if I could say more white people on food stamps, the first excuse would be because there are more white people. Well, how come there's not more white people in jail than black people? If it's more white people, wouldn't you think that more white people commit more crimes? When you think more white people will be getting harsher jail sentences? Why not? I think because the justice system not fair. Yeah, certain white people go to jail. Why is the jail filled with more white people than black if it's only like 13% black people in America? Why we feel it? Because we the most violent race? No. Not according to y'all, because everybody's American, everybody's the same. So why are black people get treated like that? Oh, because of the music we listen to. Okay, this is what I want y'all to do. Do me a favor. I want you to Google 3 white teens. Screenshot it. And then Google 3 black teens. And tell me what you see. That's all. Just do that for me. And then you'll really see how the world views black people. Doesn't matter who the president is. No matter Obama, George Bush. If it's going to be Hillary. If it's going to be Trump. It doesn't even matter who it is. Because the same, you put new people in there, it's going to be the same shit. So please do me a favor and just Google 3 white teens, then Google 3 black teens and tell me what you see. Man, I'm out, man.